God damn.
Okay, now there we go. Um, now my mic wants to work, I guess. Okay.
Never fails.
So, what is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing here today on another edition of NHP, another edition of NHP 283. And thank you guys so very much for joining us here today for another edition of the news. We have a lot of WWE news to go over, and we have three AEW stories. Yes, we have three AEW stories that we will be sharing with you to start us off here today. But how's everybody doing? Thank you guys so very much for joining us here today and this edition of NHP. Again, like I said, this is episode 283. And if this is your first time watching, you guys do not know the show works every Tuesday. We are on here live at 12 p.m. Central with NHP Unscripted, and every Friday, normally at 3 p.m. Central. This is the second week in a row we've had to do it at 12 p.m. Central. Last week for SmackDown, this week because the boy has some personal obligations. So I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate you guys. If you guys are able to stop in the live chat, man, I appreciate you guys stopping by a little bit earlier than usual. And of course, the one week we go live early, WWE is a big announcement that they're making at 2 p.m. Central. I hope it's not they're going to start something at 2 p.m. Central, but not announce it until 3 p.m. Central. Because if that's the case, we will probably just have to talk about it on Unscripted. But regardless, yes. So if you guys did miss this past Monday's edition of Unscripted, that is available for you guys on all platforms. That is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here live every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Central for Unscripted, man. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top description of this very video, man, where you can find this beautiful piece of NHP merchandise live on there as we speak, man. So, with that being said, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at NHP, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. Sir K, please tell the world, what is it you're smiling about today?
Well, can't answer that, unfortunately, but I'm doing good, man. The voice is still completely damn near gone from Friday, man. So that's an unfortunate. So if I sound like I'm talking through a can sometimes, that's just my voice right now. So my apologies for that, man. It was worth it though. But I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just been moving, man. Just been chilling.
Yeah,
Been
you guys been
doing
moving.
and just been chilling, man. Been doing good and just waiting for this WrestlePalooza weekend, man. Very excited. Well, WrestlePalooza and All Out, but WrestlePalooza mainly. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited. So just pumped for that and everything going on with that. But like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? How's everyone doing watching the replay? What about you, bro? How are you doing?
Um, I feel okay. However,
Mm.
at this point, it's been a week, and it actually still really hurts to laugh, and it still really hurts to drink stuff. So I actually think I may have done some serious damage to my vocal cords, because there is no way, there is absolutely no way, which especially sucks because one of my jobs is literally talking. So
Literally.
it especially sucks because Yeah, because again, one of my jobs is talking, and sometimes it can rather hurt to talk. I don't know what it was, but I can tell you when Cena's music hit, I don't know. I could definitely, if I were to pinpoint a moment where I think I may have actually messed like a vocal cord up or something, because my voice has been raspier than usual all week. It's been a little scratchier than usual all week, but, um, it is it is rather annoying, and it's been a week of this shit. So hopefully it goes away throughout the weekend. Um Maybe drinking cold stuff isn't helping much, but I don't know.
True.
I don't know. Maybe um
Maybe some warm something like some warm fucking coffee or something might help.
maybe maybe bro. Maybe that would help
As
soothe it. But
as I have fucking iced coffee in my fucking cup right now.
yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I was one of my thoughts was coffee, but then I thought to myself, well, no, cuz my go-to is a cold brew. So I don't think that would be I don't think that would be
Yeah.
I don't think that would really be helping anybody out. I'll probably have to wait till pumpkin patch season starts and I could give me some warm apple cider before this shit goes away with a fucking apple cider donut. So I don't know, maybe bro, maybe, but I don't know. I don't know where I don't know where it takes us, but hopefully it takes us to recovery. Because goddamn, it's getting rather annoying. Sometimes I get used to it, other times it really bothers me. But it is what it is. It is what it is, man. And I'm glad I did it, bro. I'm glad I did it because it's crazy to think already a week has passed and for some reason it feels longer ago.
Oh, it does. This week was kind of slow, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it does not feel like it was literally 1 week ago where we were at SmackDown, man. It really doesn't.
Yeah. 1 week ago, we were huddled up in a hallway, and some dude admitted to me that he was the
Man,
musty one, and the rest of the hallway was musty too. So it wasn't just him. But shout out to that guy, bro. Hope he took a shower, man. I hope he took a shower, bro.
probably not.
Yeah,
He
probably
did.
not. Yeah, he definitely just went home and went
No,
right to bed for sure. 100%. 100%.
these were stage kids.
Yeah. 110% for sure. But oh god. But but yeah, man. I mean, it is uh a like I said, a very WWE episode of news here today. AEW I felt was maybe getting a little better with getting more stories involved, getting themselves involved a little bit. But not this week, man. Not this week. It is not an AEW week at all. We have so much news on WWE. Again, I'm hoping they announce whatever they have to announce before we go live. I already got everything set up so I can quickly put the image or the logo together for you guys so we can play it on the screen for you, whatever, if they drop anything. Honestly, I think the other story, I honestly think that's what it is because we got this news here about the Saudi WrestleMania. You see it in the thumbnail, man, but I honestly think it has something to do with that. So I'm sure, they'll probably play like a logo or something or whatever they got to do. We got news on TKO, we got news on John Cena, we got news on both AJ's, Lee and Styles, and we got news on a bunch of other stuff, man. So we're going to get right into that, man, but before we get into that, as Durante always asks, I am good. Family's good. What about you, Durante? Manager Logan, he is here. Bell, and everybody in the live chat, and my guys, a part of the Replay Mafia, JT and JB. Thank you guys, as always, man, for joining us, and we appreciate you guys tapping in with the show, as always, man. Yeah, it is Friday, man. It is Friday. It is time to go over the news, and that we will. And we are going to start you guys off with our one of very many AEW stories on this episode of news. And we're going to start you guys off with this news about Paramount reportedly planning to buy out or reportedly planning a full buyout of AEW's TV partner, Warner Brothers Discovery. So, according to the Wall Street Journal, sources close to the situation say Paramount's bid would be for the entire company of Warner Bros. Discovery. That means Warner's vast empire, including its movie studios, TBS, TNT, and the entire legacy cable portfolio, would be a part of this deal. The acquisition would completely reshape the streaming and television landscape and send shockwaves through the entertainment industry. This news arrives. Oh fuck! Oh my god! Oh,
Go
I
to
just.
that.
Holy shit! Oh god! I hope that doesn't turn into a thing.
Yeah,
So
no.
100%. This news arrives just months after Warner Brothers Discovery's revealed plans to restructure into two core operation divisions, one to oversee traditional cable television and the other focused on its studio and streaming business. That shift now seems to be the prelude to a much larger transition, potentially under new ownership. The Ellison family, whose Skydance Media is already deeply entrenched in Hollywood, is expected to provide the financial firepower behind the offer. Paramount has already been on the move. In a separate media deal, the company recently linked an agreement to bring UFC content under the Paramount umbrella, including placement on Paramount Plus and broadcast exposure through CBS. With TKO's MMA giant MMA giant on board, a potential Warner takeover looming, Paramount is poised to reshape its entertainment portfolio in a massive way. Well, that will be interesting because I wonder what exactly would happen. Because, not to like conspiracy theorize or anything, but like, if TKO is in bed, per se, with Paramount, and Paramount would technically have ownership over all the Warner shit, so that would mean Paramount would be AEW's TV partner. Do you remember that story about them wanting to get AEW kicked off of television?
Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying too, and I wouldn't be shocked if they attempted. They wouldn't. That would maybe take the possibility of a next deal ending. I think the way that all that shit works, their current contract, I think, would be, let's say if they were bought in a week or whatever, their current TV contract would have, I think, a legacy to it where they couldn't just
Right.
fucking can it out the blue. Because I think, that type of shit's illegal, obviously, but they would, maybe put a next deal in jeopardy. But that's also if Paramount are going to be more of a parent company to Warner and still keep Warner as Warner around, or if they're kind of going to try to assimilate most of that stuff. I don't think they could assimilate. I think that might be against monopoly laws. That all that stuff I'm not too sure about, but I think that would be the case. So I think we would still get Warner. It would just be ran by Paramount. And yeah, that's very interesting for AEW, man. I really hope nothing happens with that because I think Warner and like TNT and TBS really fits them. I think that is their home, and I think that would really kind of just be fucked up to just find a way to kick them off for whatever reason they have against them, man.
100%. And it's especially interesting, man, because I do remember, hearing the stories about, they want to put their next TV deal in jeopardy. Like, they don't want them to get renewed. So it's interesting to see if, like, Paramount having ties with TKO, if they buy Warner Brothers Discovery, and it it's probably willing it's probably all willing on if they want to necessarily take it over or just buy them and be a parent company to them, or if they actually want to get in the weeds of all of it and start um
Looking at
Exactly, and start kind of taking things over as is. Because if that's the case, you can 100% expect AEW's next TV deal to be in jeopardy, man. Because if WWE wants to go that hard in the paint with it, then they're gonna try it. I can't say it's gonna
Exactly.
necessarily happen because now again, Warner Brothers Discovery, TBS, TNT, Warner, whatever, ties AEW has with, Warner or whatever, um, it is their home. I do agree with that. I 100% agree with that. It's their home. It's just their home, man. Similar to how NBC was WWE's home for a very long time. For a very long time before, WWE ventured off into other platforms or whatever. NBC was their home for a very long time. I feel the same way about Warner Brothers Discovery. They're just AEW's home, but at the end of the day, they are not the only place where AEW can go. So for WWE to try that hard, to just think that nobody would pick up AEW and people will watch, like, dude, they don't understand AEW's fan base is so hardcore. Their fan base will go wherever AEW goes. It's not going to be a thing of, oh man, they're not on Warner anymore, so I can't watch. You know what I mean? I'm sure AEW can find a network that is easily accessible where people can watch, and people will watch because, again, their stories are fucking half-assed, but a lot of people literally just watch for the banger matches. Whether that's how you want to
Yeah,
run your business or not, again, that's not really
that's
the
a whole
way.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
No.
not really my. That's not really my outlook on wrestling. I think you do need some story sometime, but some people do watch for that kind of shit. And again, their fan base is so hardcore, and even us, we know the kind of talent that's over there. I'm not going to stop watching AEW because they're not on Warner. I'll figure out a way to watch wherever they go. It's like it doesn't make any sense, and it's such a it's such a stupid attempt, man. And this is definitely something that could be eyebrow raising if this does end up going through, with Paramount buying out Warner Brothers Discovery, man. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's it's definitely interesting for sure.
It's very interesting. Very interesting to see how this goes, man. And I hope it goes well. And overall, I can only think that, TKO and WWE can have so much influence. At the end of the day, the Khan family, I think, made like 14 billion this year or some shit I saw. So at the end of the day, they'll find a way to make it work. They'll go to a new network. They'll make their own. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's just gonna, if they end up at something happening, they might have to move, but they won't be gone from the world like some people think and want.
Unfortunately, 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 I think WWE is in that mindset where they genuinely think that they can get this thing dead and gone. Which, again, bro,
It's hard to know.
I wouldn't really want to go band for band. I wouldn't really want to go band for band with the cons, bro. Just me. But
I,
okay.
I wouldn't go, especially with how like petty and like just like uh, just determined that TK is to like keep AEW and like market AEW. That is literally his child. Do you think? And he's rich. That shit ain't going anywhere, bruh. I'm telling you, they'll find a way. Life finds a way, and so does to fucking Tony Khan and his money.
This is true. This is true. Um so um speaking of AEW, for as dead as they might be, they just signed a 5-year deal with TEG Sport or TEG Sport, I don't know, TEG Sport, I guess, to continue to return to Australia. Presumably speaking, about last year being the first of their deal, 2026 being the second year, presumably 3 years left in 3 more years in the deal between TEG Sport and AEW. have agreed to continue to bring AEW to Australia, which goes to show all these weird graphics that AEW's been showing lately. Something big is coming to Australia.
What does
We know it's
what?
a show. Just a like what kind of cryptic weird post is that? Like what do you mean,
Just
bro? Something big is coming to Australia. What the fuck?
something big.
What are you gonna do? A fucking parade in Australia? You gonna are you gonna run the fuck? Are you gonna run the town tonight? Like, what are you gonna do, bro? Like, what do you mean something? We know it's a show, bro. Just like like for the past couple weeks they've been putting these graphics out. Something big is coming to Australia. What does that mean? Unless it's all in, you better not announce another fucking Grand Slam. I mean, what do you mean something big is coming to Australia? Are you gonna spin the block in
What?
downtown in Perth? I mean, what exactly what exactly does that mean? But I don't understand, but regardless, I'm happy for AEW. Australia was a hot crowd for them, even though, which is especially crazy because they done fucked over half the fan base on the way to get there. However, the crowd was hot, and it seems to be a good location for them, man. And I'm happy, for his dead, and that the WWE's trying to get them to be. It is, it's very, very interesting to me how a dead company that they're trying to put out of business still seems to be landing these deals that are profitable for them, man. So it's a good thing. Let's keep AEW around. And I don't understand I don't understand the logic here, man. I don't understand the logic here behind AEW being so dead, yet they seem to be a hot ticket in international markets, which is why I constantly say they need to go to more international markets. Go to Puerto Rico, go to Germany, go to London more, go to Mexico. All these places, bro. All these places could be such a hot ticket for you, man. And it's just do it more. Do it more, man. So, but I'm happy they got this deal, man. And I'm happy they got this deal. I'm happy for AEW. That they are able to be profitable, man, because nobody wants to go back to the days where it's just WWE, especially the way Triple H does things. Be appreciative for AEW, man. I'm telling you right now.
Definitely, dude. But I'm glad that they got this Australia deal. I hope they play it smart. Like you said, don't do just fucking Grand Slam every year. One year, do Revolution. Next year, do All Out. Next year, do All In. Keep different things in that rotation, but still, obviously be going there, man. I hope they do it like that. I really hope they do. But people want AEW. Wrestling is a very easy thing to sell. It really is, and good for them, man. And I hope they get, and I hope they go internationally way more.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. So they did announce. Okay, this makes it even funnier. Okay, so something big is coming to Australia, and it is another Grand Slam Australia in February. That's what it is. The graphics actually look pretty dope. Yes, they announced Grand Slam Australia, and they announced an AEW House Rules in Brisbane. But this Grand Slam is from Sydney, Australia this year, or next year rather. So yeah, it's another Grand Slam, and so that is that. Yeah, okay, yes, that is what it is. So, yeah, there you go, man. So
Oh yeah,
AEW is going back to Australia for another Grand Slam. I don't know why the something big is coming. I don't know what's funnier, the big announcement or the huge Tony Khan announcements, and the huge Tony Khan announcements or Triple H saying that we're just getting started. Bro's been saying that shit for like 4 years now. I don't know when we're gonna get started at this point. I really don't.
that's what he says in the writing room every time they fucking bring up the Judgment Day. Oh, we're just getting started.
Holy
Motherfucker, we're
fuck.
3 years in, with the
Yeah.
fight getting started. It's dead. Like,
Yeah,
fuck,
yeah,
man.
it's
These
gone.
promoters and they're saying something big is coming, man.
Yo, my man Gotti is in chat. We also got my man Edward, bro. Hey, man. Saudi might go ahead and request Hogan versus Andre 3, bro. So
Right.
they might go ahead. Who did they? Oh, Yokozuna. Yeah, they wanted Yokozuna a couple years ago, bro. So I wouldn't
And Ultimate Warrior.
Yes, Ultimate Warrior too. Yeah, and Macho Man I think was another one they wanted.
Yes.
They wanted for the
They
show.
asked they
So
asked for three people who are
holy
long
fuck,
passed
man.
away. You fucking idiot.
Hope you guys are ready for Ric
Uh,
Flair's last match, last match, last match. So,
fuck me.
so we also
Whoever that last
have my guy, Mr. Walk him down and run that marathon, bro.
he
How did it go, bro? How did it go? I want to hear. Gotti says he's making tacos, bro. What kind of tacos are you making,
no
man?
shit.
What kind of tacos are you making? Personally, I'm a steak guy, but I got to put you guys on. If you guys ever had a mix of steak and chorizo, you got to have that shit, bro.
Fire.
You have to have
Most
steak and
definitely.
chorizo with some guac on it and some cheese. Come on, dog. That shit is undefeated. But how did it go, man? How did it go? I'm very excited to hear. But Mr. Walk 'em down and run that marathon is here, and I just had to put everybody onto that, man. Oh, El Pastor, bro, banger,
Yeah, that's
abs,
valid. Real shit.
absolute fucking banger, bro, absolute banger. He did it 7 hours and 19 minutes. I'm proud of you, brother. Put that work in, keep grinding, bro. Homemade but come on, bro. Mr. Walk him down and cook that El Pastor, bro. Come on, dog. Stop fucking with Gotti, bro. I've been trying to tell everybody, man. Come on now. Anyways, so we got oh. All right, well, this will give us all a laugh. Wardlow. Well, we have two stories, one being an original and then one being a follow-up story to it. So the first story we heard from Fightful. Oh, bro. El Pastor with pineapple. There was a spot by my mom's house that had El Pastor with pineapple. That shit was so fucking fire, bro. That shit was so fire. Typically, honestly, I tried it without even knowing it. I tried it without even knowing that there was pineapple in it, but then once I had it, I was like, damn, that's actually kind of fucking fire. Because if I would have known that was in there, I would have definitely felt some type of way about it. Like, yeah, I don't really know. But I didn't even fucking know. But that shit was fire, man. Usually I just go cilantro and onion though, but banger. For sure.
Fortunately, I can't do cilantro. I got that whatever gene it is that makes cilantro taste like fucking dish soap. So
Oh,
unfortunately,
yeah.
I can't do the cilantro. I wish I knew what it actually tasted like because it fucking seems fucking great because everyone loves it.
Fire.
But yeah, I'm sure, dude. I'm sure. But pineapple actually does sound really fire on that. I can't lie.
That's fire, bro. That's fire, man. That's fire. So the spot ended up closing down, I think, a couple years later, cause me and the missus would go there all the time, man. But the one thing that sucked about that place was it was fucking expensive, dude. It was mad expensive. It was like $6 a taco, bro. I shit you not. I fucking shit you not, bro. It was pretty um it was it was pretty
Man,
it was pretty expensive. That's crazy, man. I forgot what you were telling me that cilantro tastes like dish soap to you, because yeah, it's like, I don't know, it
it
does.
tastes like Dawn dish soap. If you ever accidentally like tasted it on your finger for whatever reason,
Yeah.
that is exactly what it tastes like.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't imagine a world where my cilantro tastes like dish soap, for sure.
It sucks, dude. It sucks because it's on fucking every and like it's on such every taco. At the end of the day, if it's on a taco that someone got for me, I'll just fucking eat it. I don't really care. But like you don't get them at a restaurant half the time unless you ask without it. So
Right.
it's very common.
Very interesting. Very interesting. This guy. So we got Wardlow. Who knows what this guy's tasting, bro? So
Okay.
we get. Oh
Dude, there's
man,
coffee, bro. It's pumpkin spice coffee.
is it
That's what I'm
homemade?
tasting. It's from a bottle of Starbucks iced coffee and then a bottle of pumpkin spice creamer. So I poured it in a cup myself. So yeah, it's homemade.
It's homemade. Well, that's definitely one way to look at it. So as Sir K
I gotta
drinks his
pour
home.
it.
I mean, I guess that's definitely one way to look at it. That's definitely a different perspective for sure. But um, I do like having my own bottle of spray like cold foam because I could just spam that shit. Because when you ask for extra cold foam, they give you like not extra cold foam, and it's fucking rather irritating. But I don't know, man. I don't know. But regardless, back to Boardlow. So we get this original report from Fightful. One of the top matches planned for AEW All Out was for Wardlow to be challenging Adam Page for the AEW Men's World Championship. Kyle Fletcher was made as an audible after, and this is the only reason I read the original report, was for what I'm about to read you guys. Wardlow sustained an injury. But,
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
okay, and it gets worse because there's a correction to this report. A correction was issued regarding the story from Fightful, so they corrected their mistake. One of the top matches planned for an AEW pay-per-view was for Wardlow to be challenging Adam Page for the Men's World Championship. The original report was that it was for All Out, but AEW sources claim Fletcher was always the plan for All Out, as Wardlow was the plan for a pay-per-view down the line.
It does suck when really great people are injury prone. That's just the worst thing ever, dude. Um, I think Wardlow's fucking great. He's sick. He's got everything you would want. You know, the look, the mic, the in dude. He's fucking great, and it just sucks, man. The man's always injured, man. He's like Pac, or you know, people like that, where they're just so good, but they're always on the shelf, dude, and it fucking sucks.
This man's moving around here like 2022 CM Punk, bro. Um,
Oh, gross. That man Punk was bad at one point. I mean, obviously he didn't wrestle for fucking 10 years
I
or
feel
8 years
like
or whatever.
so knock on wood, but I feel like, and I shouldn't even say this. I'm gonna fucking jinx it. I feel like his body has gotten back. I'm sure it still hurts. I'm sure his body
Oh yeah.
has gotten back
It
used
used to.
to, you know, the
It-
torment. I just think it's like I think I think it was so, you know, because it was so there was such a big gap. There was a 7-year gap. I think his body was used to, you know, I think his body kind of maybe stiffened up on him. It's like, you know, when you don't work out for a while and you get back in the gym, your body hurts because your body stiffs up on you. You know, it's not used to, you know, your muscles being worked and stuff. So I'm pretty sure it's the same. I'm sure it's actually even worse. But anyways, it really sucks to see Wardlow getting hurt again. He literally just came back from like a car crash injury that he sustained. Um, so to see him hurt again, he didn't do shit, so I know it wasn't a wrestling related injury. If I were to take a guess, it was probably like a gym related injury where he got hurt. And that just absolutely sucks to see, man, because Wardlow is great. However, to hear about this booking, this is literally the definition of insanity.
Literally.
Trying the same thing over and over and over and over and over and expecting a different outcome. What happened with Wardlow and what were they called? The Kingdom, or the Undisputed
Uh,
Kingdom?
yeah,
The
Undisputed Kingdom.
anti MJF group. This man Wardlow was in the group, and you built him up as if he was a fucking dog. You put him against Samoa Joe, he lost. Dead in the water. You bring him back, put him with the Don Callis family, so he's already dead in the water. And then you want to put him against Adam Page, where is he going to beat Adam fucking Page for the AEW World Championship? No. He's just gonna lose. And then guess what happens after that? He goes back to being dead in the water, even though he was never alive in the water to begin with. He's even further sunken down, and he's even more deader in the water. And then guess what? Then what does he do? He just stands around with Don Callis for the rest of fucking eternity. I don't know. What are we doing, man? What are we? Just let him go. Just let him go. This was your idea for bringing him back, to put him with the Don Callis family and then feed him to Adam Page. What good does that do for him? He's not a monster. He is a loser. He's a fucking loser. What are we doing, man? What are we doing?
You know what? That makes 100 because he attacked Swerve. So I'm sure when he was in that match with Hangman, that's when Swerve would have returned, and that's when their feud would have started. That's insane, dude. And like, what are you doing, man? Like you said, it's literally the definition of insanity, man. Every single time you debut or return someone, men or women, they go for the world title, they lose, and then they're just in the field of obscurity where it's just fucking they exist in AEW fucking abysses. And it sucks, dude. It sucks. Wardlow is a great talent. You have a lot of great talent you do that with. I think Tony Khan really needs to fucking either change or fucking lock in Collision for Thursdays, do a brand split, and organize these people, man. Because I think for some of these people, like a Wardlow, like this, like that, you need organization, and they need to be on their show with actual opportunities, man. Because the way Tony Khan has things organized now, opportunities are few and far between, man. I think it could really open up if they change the way things work, booking wise, man. But that sucks. It sucks that he got injured, and it sucks to hear that was the fucking booking plans for the guy. And like you said, they put him with the fucking Don Callis family, the worst faction in the business right now, of just standing there looking like an idiot. And you have to hear fucking Don Callis on commentary for every single one of their any type of matches.
Bro,
So that's great, man. That's just great.
you got Rocky fucking Romero out there. Who was he out there? I think he was out there with the doorknob Alexander in the beginning of the show. You got this fucking guy out there. You got this guy out there trying to act intimidating. Are you fucking serious? Are you actually? Who in the blue hell is taking Rocky Romero? Seriously, who is taking anybody in this group not named Kyle Fletcher or Konosuke Takeshita serious? Get those two guys out of that group, bro, because... And see, the thing is, man, it's like Kyle Fletcher alone with Don Callis would work. Takeshita alone with Don Callis would work. Okay, I think Takeshita probably needs him more because Kyle Fletcher can talk, right? He's a good promo. But either one of those guys, and then you just throw all these fucking narcs in the group that nobody gives a shit about at all. And then what do you fucking do for Wardlow? You put him in the most horse shit group I've ever seen in my entire life. I swear to God, if you named off some of the worst factions right now, I would probably take them over the Don Callis family. The Core, I would take them over I would take the fucking Trust Busters over that horse shit of a group, because there's only 2 guys out of 20 that I can actually look at and say, okay, all right. You know, when Golden State back in 2015 did the whole strength in numbers thing, it actually fucking made sense because everybody on the team contributed. Do you know who
Yeah.
contributes in the Don Callis family? 2 motherfuckers. 2 of them. Not even the manager contributes to what they got going on. 2. 2 people contribute to the group being, I can't even say good, being watchable. Can the group, bro? That group is so ass. I can't even describe to you how much the Don Callis family fucking sucks. Man, again, anybody list your top 3 worst factions of all time, and I fucking guarantee you I would take whatever those groups are over the Don Callis family. They are fucking awful. Boring television, man. I hate that group so much. They piss me off every single time on Wednesday. I hear the stupid theme music and 20 motherfuckers come walking out, and I couldn't give a shit about any of them.
20 motherfuckers come out half the time. You don't know who's about to wrestle because there's 20 motherfuckers standing at the fucking entry stage, and then just fucking 2 or 3 of them, whatever type of match, whatever type of all-star match that Tony Khan booked, they just walk forward and are part of that match. And then half the time it's the weakest links. You're sending Doorknob out there, you're sending Rocky Romero, you're sending fucking these schmucks out there when you have fucking good-ass P2, well, unfortunately, Wardlow 3, but, 2 now. 2 good-ass people, and you always send out the fucking doorknobs for some fucking reason, dude. Makes no sense.
No, it doesn't. The group sucks. The fucking creative for the group sucks. Get Wardlow out. I mean, again, I said it this time. I didn't want to see him back. The only time I want to see him is when he's in black, white, and silver, or whatever the colors of NXT are nowadays. Whatever they are. Get him out, bro. Get him out. I want to see him in NXT. I want to see him in WWE. I don't care. I don't care. Actually, if we're speaking of the Don Callis family, the only interest I have for people in the group is for select members to go to NXT. Okay, I want to see Kyle Fletcher and I want to see Wardlow go to NXT, and I want to see Takeshita out of the group in general, because I think he fits in AEW, but he fucking sucks in the group. How can you succeed in a faction that has 20 guys? 20.
They all suck. You're
They're
the
all
only good one.
trash.
They're just dragging you down.
Doesn't make any sense, man. It doesn't make any sense. But what does make sense is to get you guys some W energy, man. The official sponsor of what we do here at NHP, W Energy, is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics formulated to improve focus without getting the jitters. W is a clean formula that is sugar-free, zero-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings, with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. You can get your W products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout to save yourselves 10% on your next W purchase. As always, shouts out and thank you to the great people over at W.
Truly, always got to shout out W, whether it's workout, whatever you may need the energy for, whether it's staying up for Dynamite, staying up for Raw, SmackDown, whatever episode of weekly television that bores you and you need the energy. Try W. It'll keep you awake. It'll keep you energized. It'll keep you focused, and it'll taste good all at the same time. Always got to shout out W.
As always, so thank you to the great people over at W Energy, the official sponsor of what we do here at Notorious Heels, man. So we got, moving on to our WWE news here. We got Gotti says he got
Like
to
Gotti
see
says.
Gotti says he got to see Wardlow during his single AEW show. We've seen Wardlow. I don't know how many times though.
Yeah,
It
he
might
might have been
feel like it.
one of those random dynamites.
For sure, because I know we seen him at Brawl Out All Out because it was remember it was like Wardlow and the Motor City Machine, or Wardlow and FTR versus Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, the Motor City Machine Guns or some shit. Remember that? And me and you were like, well, this guy's dead in the water. Why is he not defending? Why is he not defending the TNT Championship at the fucking pay-per-view? Oh, you were at the first Collision. Oh yeah, that was when he lost to Luchasaurus. Oh, I was there too. Yeah. Okay. Damn, dude. That means we missed each other twice, bro. That's crazy work.
It's crazy. It's crazy as hell, bro.
This is ridiculous. Hopefully, that will come to an end.
Hopefully.
Okay, what were you gonna say? You were gonna point out something Gotti said.
Gotti did say about Dubby. You know, he kept him up for that 3 a.m. marathon, man. So it'll keep you guys up.
For sure, bro. For sure. Oh, he says he can't even take the person whose family it is serious.
Really?
Don Callis, man, I don't know what happened. I'm sure it's not his fault, but it's like the dialogue they have him go out there and say, it's just so horrible to me, man. It is so ass. Like the one week he's out there and he's like, everybody wants your title page. I know, because half of them I have under contract. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. That story is so stupid. Why would anybody willingly sign their earnings over to you and you don't even get them opportunities, bro? They're all jobbers.
Literally, they don't get anything. It's a horrible group.
Come on, bro. Oh, you found the channel the day after. Oh, wow, that's crazy, man. It's almost been 2 years. It's almost been 2 years we've been tapped in, bro. That is crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
Wise.
All right, so we didn't. Okay, so by the time. Okay, that makes sense. So technically, we haven't missed each other yet. But for sure, bro, for sure, it's gonna happen, 100%. We'll definitely have to have our manager set that whole thing up. Manager Logan, he's got a lot on his plate, bro. But no, but for sure, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Okay. Let's talk about WWE, man. So we're going to start you guys off with this story via the Goldman Sachs conference. TKO president Mark Shapiro states that under Vince McMahon, Vince was primarily pricing tickets for families and wasn't focused on maximizing the opportunity to increase prices like TKO is focused on doing.
This fucking company, dude. TKO literally just said, yeah, we used to, price it so, families and shit used to be able to come to these shows. Now, nah, we're just gonna raise them shits up as much as we can because fucking dumb motherfuckers are buying it. Good lord, man.
I will say that is the one thing that I can guarantee you guys do not want AEW to go away for, because you can say whatever you want about AEW. If you want to go out to a show and enjoy like good wrestling or whatever, graps or whatever people call it, AEW has affordable ticket pricing. This shit, to hear that he still wants to continue to maximize the opportunity to increase ticket prices is quite scary, because it's already ridiculous. And they want to maximize it again. They need to understand this is not UFC. It's not. It's not going to be. There's a reason. There is a reason why, your shows like SummerSlam don't sell out. Earlier this year, there was a reason why WrestleMania doesn't sell out. When your cheapest ticket is $700 a pop, you got me fucked up. And people aren't going to that shit. And it's like, they still get good numbers. But again, you would probably have to, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, and I don't want to hear it either. If your tickets were actually affordable, you would probably have to scale down a WrestleMania set because you would want people in the event. You would want people at the event. You would have so many people clamoring for tickets. They would have to open up so many sections to the point where they would probably have to scale the stage down a little bit because the product is in demand. It's in demand. It's a hot ticket. It's a hot ticket, man. So it's like, but WWE, when you give them an inch, they take a mile. The tickets are hot. So what do? Instead of rewarding their fan base for rocking with what we're doing right now, like, hey, we're not going to make the tickets dirt cheap, but they're also not going to be unaffordable. We got you guys, man. We're going to give you guys affordable, not dirt cheap, but affordable ticket pricing. Nope. Again, you give them an inch and they take a mile. Horrible to hear, man. And again, you can say whatever you want about Vince. That is a mindset that I actually agree with. Target your tickets towards, families, or not even just families, but like groups of people. Make ticket pricing affordable for groups of people, whether it's a family, whether it's a group of you and your boys, whether it's, whatever you got going on, whoever you want to bring to the show. Aim it towards those kind of people, man, because those are the kind of people 9 times out of 10, like, people go in groups. People go in, groups, or they go in duos, or whatever the case is. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to a wrestling show by yourself, right? So, like, aim it towards those kind of people. It just doesn't make any sense to me why TKO. I mean, I can't say it doesn't make sense. It's just, it's dirty to do, man. It's dirty to do. It's a slap in the face to your fan base, and eventually, these shows are probably just going to turn into celebrities being there because that is all that's going to be able to afford to be there. And again, you're not going to sell out your shows like WrestleMania. You're going to get a great number. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they're going to have to tarp off the arena, but like, it brings me back to SummerSlam Cleveland. WWE was a hot ticket. And guess what? The whole fucking 200 section of the arena was tarped off because your tickets were so fucking expensive. People didn't, also it was in fucking Cleveland, so that didn't help, but like, it doesn't help. It does not help, man. It does not help. WWE was such a hot ticket at the time with Cody Rhodes having just finished the story. Roman Reigns scheduled to come back at SummerSlam in that main event. You had Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn. You had Logan Paul, LA Knight. You had, good stuff on that show. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. You had good stuff on that show. You can't tell me that show shouldn't have sold out. You can't. But your tickets are so fucking expensive. Look at what was the one they did? Clash at the Castle, Scotland. You don't think a show in Glasgow, Scotland would have sold out? You mean to tell me you don't think that show would have been, however many deep that they could have fit in there? And it didn't sell out. You want to know why? Because they charge a fucking arm and a leg. It's a slap in the face to your fan base, and it's a slap in the face to people that, and again, unless you're Saudi Arabia, Las Vegas, or Indiana, WWE don't give you pay-per-views a lot. And it's a slap in the face to your fan base for when you actually do go back there. You don't reward your fan base. You want to, again, slap them in the face to where some people literally cannot afford to go because they got bills, they got car payment, house, this and that, whatever they got going on in their life. They can't go. They can't enjoy their time. They can't go see a show that they want to go see because of greed. Come on, man.
Literally, man, because of greed. And like Gotti says in the comments, he spent
Huh?
200 for 2 nights for WrestleMania 39 for those tickets. Dude, that is insanely great.
And that
And
was,
now I'm sure. Mhm.
I was just gonna say that $400 for both nights in total. That is
Oh,
ridiculous work because
decent.
that to me that is actually my favorite WrestleMania of all time. And again, that's a good price, bro. That is a great fucking price,
You
man.
and pay $200 for the whole weekend to fucking be at that show, dude. Insane, dude. Insane. Now that's probably 700 per night. Um, and it's insane. They fucking they priced they priced everybody out just to maximize ticket prices, dude. And it's so fucking frustrating. And then you got the guy talking about even more trying to hike prices up even more. It's so frustrating. You're pricing your fans out, and I get a company that likes to make money, but at the end of the day, if you're in the media industry, you have to realize that obviously you want money, but you also have to make your product available. And WWE really is doing a bad job at that.
Okay, I was wrong. It was 200 for both you spent 100, man, you spent $100 a night to watch, in my opinion, my favorite WrestleMania of all time. You got to watch. You man, what the fuck? What the fuck are they doing, bro? No, oh hell no. That is what? Come on, man. 200 total? Oh no. Oh no, man. To watch,
Insane, dude.
to watch there was the tag match, Sami Zayn and the Usos versus or Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos, Roman and Cody. I think that was the year they did Cena and Austin Theory. There was that banger triple threat with Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew. All of that, bro. All of that for $200 total. Total.
Fuck, man.
Come on,
Insane.
dude. Come on, bro. That gets me so annoyed. That gets me so fucking annoyed because I think their highest ticket was, or their highest tickets going into this year for 2 nights is $35K a night. $70,000. 70,000 a night. Or for both nights, I mean. Bro.
Is
Oh, Rhea
genuinely
and
insane.
Charlotte, bro. That was that Mania too. That Mania was just goated. That is, again, that is my favorite WrestleMania of all time. That was such a special time in the company, man. Like, those were the glory days to me. That was the Renaissance. That was the Renaissance. I don't know what the fuck we're in now, but that was the Renaissance, bro. That was one of my biggest regrets, was not going to that SmackDown in December of 2022. To be fair, though, WWE did hinder my trust for like 4 years prior to that, so I wasn't sure if we were actually on a good pace yet, man. But that was awesome. That was like, don't get me wrong,
Truly dope.
Cody winning at 40 was awesome, but that first year with Roman beating him, like, I remember being upset at the time, but
That was the
that
right
was
way
the
to
right
go.
decision. That was the right decision. I mean,
No, it was.
that was too good, man. That was too good. That was, man, that was dope. That was dope. And nowadays, it seems like we're stuck in an era where they can't get the WWE title off of Cody. And when they finally do, they just put it right back on him. So I guess nobody else can win the fucking thing except for Cody. But hey, that's neither here or there. But that's awesome. That's fucking awesome, bro. So
It truly is.
regardless, yeah, that is the news on TKO and their ticket pricing, man. So looks like it's not getting any better for us. And it looks like they're maximizing the opportunity to increase ticket prices. Just wait. until your product falls off, which you're definitely trending in that direction. I don't know how long it'll take to actually get to that point, but you're trending in a direction where it seems like a lot of Triple H's bookings or a lot of Triple H's ideas get vetoed by TKO ideas. One of which being one that we talked about last week, and that's regarding to the greatest of all time, the never seen 17. Did I mention he's the greatest of all time? John Cena. Because John Cena Sr., his dad, had mentioned that the plan, and this is according to PW Insider, the plan all along, as mentioned by John Cena Sr., was for John to finish his farewell tour in Boston, Massachusetts. Obviously, WWE pivoted, and Cena's final match will now take place at Saturday night's main event on December 13th in Washington, D.C. So, according to Uncle Dave, he followed up on this. The decision to go to Washington, D.C. for John Cena's final match instead of Boston was said to be financial from those with knowledge of talks with Boston. WWE had asked for a site fee from Boston that was said to be similar to the $7 million that New Jersey paid for 2 nights of SummerSlam. Those with the city of Boston felt the number was too high, citing that they didn't believe less than 2 weeks before Christmas that such a show in an arena would generate anywhere near the level of tourism to justify the cost. Okay, so let's stop right there. You asked Boston for a Saturday night's main event, the same number that you charge for a 2-night SummerSlam. Not to mention, with SummerSlam, it's different because WWE, they set up, post shows in the parking lot. You know what I mean? Similar to a WrestleMania. So they set up all that. They set up a superstore somewhere on the town. They set up all the convention centers, for meet and greets and whatnot, and WrestleMania Access, WWE World, all that stuff. They set up all these things for SummerSlam, too. I mean, maybe not WWE World. I think that's only a Mania thing. But again, they set up all these convention centers. They set up, the superstores and all this other shit. And it needs to be there for multiple days because, I think it opens up Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's there for 4 days. You ask Boston that's holding a Saturday night's main event for the same number that you asked for a 2-night SummerSlam? No wonder why they told you to go fuck yourself. What the fuck is that?
Like, these are supposed to be smart business people. Why on earth would any dude? It's like Boston is completely right. It's near Christmas. It's Saturday night's main event. You're not going to get any tourism that you would get for summer. You're asking SummerSlam numbers for a Saturday night's main event. Your weakest show in your lineup. You're asking SummerSlam numbers. That is insanely stupid. Insanely fucking stupid.
So,
$7 million.
Again, TKO not thinking about it, and also, you're TKO. You're a $1 billion company. You gypped John for $7 million. Really? Again, to the average human, $7 million, a lot of money. You gypped him. You're a $1 billion company, and you gypped him of his final match being in his hometown for $7 million. We ain't even in the double digits of millions. It wasn't even a 10 mil, a 20 mil, a 30 mil. $7 million you gypped the man for. And again, typical TKO, not looking at the things of the average fucking human walking the earth that has bills. Christmas is right around the corner. You're coming out of Thanksgiving. So 9 times out of 10, anybody that maybe wanted to travel to Boston for Cena's last match was, you're just coming off of Thanksgiving. You're just coming off of, oh, I don't fucking know, Black Friday, when a lot of people do their Christmas shopping. You're 2 weeks or a week and a half maybe away from Christmas. You're a week and a half away from Christmas, yet you blame Boston for thinking that it's not going to attract a level of tourism? People 9 times out of 10 just spent a bag on Christmas. They're probably not going to a wrestling show. What the fuck? How stupid. $7 million. $7 million. You gypped John for Washington, D.C. Get out of here, man.
Saturday, you have $7 million for Saturday night's main event. Your shittiest show that no one likes. Good lord, dude. Good lord, what a bunch of idiots.
Like you said, bro, these are supposed to be the smart ones. That's the worst fucking part.
Like,
It's the absolute
these are
worst part.
smart business people.
How stupid. How stupid, man. Gypped the man for $7 million. Billion-dollar company. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff, man. So, Cena will not be having his last match in Boston because $7 million for a company that's worth. What did they buy WWE? What is TKO worth now? Like 21 billion dollars or something between WWE and UFC?
Literally, I think they're literally worth like 20 billion, and fucking good lord, dude.
And two,
asking SummerSlam numbers.
SummerSlam number. And two, aren't you going in like a month after that? Aren't you about to get a ridiculous bag for Royal Rumble Saudi Arabia?
Yep.
Hello?
But they just need that money, man. They need to rake it in. I mean, the wrestlers aren't going to get none of that. It's all going to the fucking suits. But they need that money. You know what's funny? They asked for a $7 million just fee to go there. That the venue pays them to go there. And what was John Cena gonna make from that last show?
Yep.
$1 million or $2 million.
Yeah.
Like what? Like that? Oh man, that company is wild. That company is fucking wild.
It should have been about John, bro. It should have been about John.
Mm-hmm.
That is one thing that really annoys me about TKO, that they really need to get in the habit of humanizing their work, because it shouldn't always be about business. For a guy that put, and you guys are going to hear me for the next 3 months, for a guy that put 23, Sir, how many years, bro?
3, the GOAT.
23 fucking years of service for your company. It should have been about John. That's really scummy. That's really scummy.
It really is. Really fucking scummy. Really selfish. And just, I think it's going to bite. Because another reason why I think it's going to bite them in the ass in the future, dude. Okay, you did that to Boston. What does that venue think of you now? Now they think, oh, those assholes are just going to ask for this much money for this show. Let's just do the smaller show so they don't do dumb shit like that. These venues aren't going to want to work with you in the future. So when the time comes, because it will, because that's how media works, where you have a big down period, who's going to want to work with you? Because you fucking treat everyone like an asshole.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, man. I guess anybody dumb enough to will out $7 million and pay SummerSlam money, the second biggest pay-per-view out of, or the third biggest pay-per-view out of the year, SummerSlam money for a fucking Saturday night's shit event.
Literally.
Get the fuck
They are
out of here,
lucky
man.
this one's on Peacock, dude. They're so lucky this one's on Peacock.
And I swear, I don't even care. John better have that whole last hour. He better have that whole last hour
Show.
to have a speech, whatever you got to do. That night is his, because good Lord, everything they've done, it just seems like everything they've done with like choice of venue, it just seems like he's the least of their worries. It's his retirement tour.
Ain't him the focus, dude. It's his retirement. This is the GOAT retiring. Your LeBron is... Your Jordan and LeBron at the same time is retiring. And this is how you're treating him, bro. This is how you're fucking treating the guy. It makes no fucking sense. And what the fuck else are you going to put on that show that can outweigh a John Cena retirement show? Nothing. Dude, if I was him, if I was that company, I'd make the whole show John Cena. The whole show. Start it with a big promo, have fucking him fucking shaking hands, kissing babies, do your fucking big match, and do fucking the rest of the show of him saying goodbye and shit. Make the whole fucking show John Cena. You really should.
Yeah. For sure. Absolutely, man. So also, quick little side note. This isn't really news or anything. So I was on TikTok yesterday, and or a couple days ago, I mean, and I seen a video of John Cena talking about. So there was like some question he was asked. This was a couple months ago about somebody asked him, like, can you give us a hint on what the Chicago merch is going to look like? I wish he would have gave an answer, but I was like, he was like talking about like his merch, and he was talking about how like he puts together like his merchandise, and like they sat down in the beginning of the year and they came up with it was around like 60 something shirts for 60 different venues that they were going to do. And apparently he said that there was 17 unused shirts because now every date is confirmed. So there's 17 shirts of towns that they never got to make. So I guess John asked the people at Fanatics if they can do a limited edition line called the Never Seen 17 and release the 17 shirts for towns that never ended up being made. Fanatics, get on it. I need you guys to do it, and if not, I'm gonna fucking spit in somebody's face, because I need I need the never seen 17 line, bro. I fucking need it, because I can only imagine. Because some of these shirts have been really fire, bro. Some of these shirts have been really fire. The new maroon one they put out. Come on, bro. I'm thinking about it. Thinking about it. It says Never Seen 17 on it. It's maroon. Hey, man. They stop tempting me. Although, I'm very excited for Boston. And I'm very excited for New York, because I would love for them to do black and white Yankees, but I would also love for them to do yellow and orange for the Knicks. Or not yellow and orange, blue and orange for the Knicks. What the fuck am I talking about? Yellow and orange. I'm excited for them to do blue and orange for the Knicks. Hoping they do Celtics or the Boston Red Sox. I would like the Red Sox too. I think that would be pretty tough for Boston.
It could be. It really could be, bro. I'm very, very excited to see what those are, man. But I really hope they drop all those 17 unused shirts.
You know what would especially be cool? If he wore a New York Yankees one. I would love for him to have like a backstage interaction with CM Punk because of the promo where Punk said, you're the New York Yankees. I think that would be pretty tough, bro. I think that would be pretty tough. But Fanatics, again, get the fuck on it. Get on it, please. Before I drop them bitches myself, because we need the Never Seen 17 line. But regardless, anyways, maybe they shouldn't. Probably don't need all the shirts, but it's okay. It's fine. So last year, so we got some news on, speaking of John Cena, the other highlight of SmackDown last week was the big return of AJ Lee. PWN and Body Slam Net are reporting that AJ Lee has signed a multi-year full-time contract with the WWE.
That's crazy.
We did see the video of Triple H marking out and filming her film. I don't know why.
What did the fucking
I
post
don't.
say? You could always come home or some shit.
Yeah, it said you can always come home, and I keep seeing everybody like edit that tweet with like Photoshop pictures of him with like Moxley and Jericho and like all types of people. But so AJ is back. Obviously, I think you would be wrong to say you were anything but stoked for this. I'm excited to have her back. She was obviously like the GOAT female wrestler of my childhood, so I'm excited to have AJ back. I'm excited. I'm excited to have her back, man, as I think all of us were. It was a big mark out moment. I like I said, I wish they could have captured my reaction, but I had the fattest fucking head in front of me. Bro had a Kyle Fletcher level fucking head in front of me, so you literally couldn't even see my face on television. But regardless, yeah, like I was saying, it was a great moment. I'm happy to have her back, and I'm happy to have her, you know, kind of tap in with this new generation, because we see a lot of people from AJ's generation. They hang around and they try to act like, you know, they were like some goats in the division. And they try to act like, you know, they were really putting in work, and, you know, embodying what it means to be a women's wrestler and not a diva. And all of it's bullshit, because one of the ones that was actually doing that never got her flowers because of who she was married to. And now she's back, and I fully expect her to get her flowers for being the OG of the people to redefine a diva to a woman's performer or a women's superstar, man. So I'm happy for AJ Lee to be back. And again, I'm happy for the person who actually paved the way to be back.
Exactly, dude. Very happy for the actual pavement maker to be back, dude. She paved such the way. She really did. A lot of these others will say it was them. They were just divas. They were a part of the problem at the end of the day, and AJ was the solution at the time. And she's back, and I'm very, very excited to see her just be back, interact with all these new people, dude. You're starting off with Becky, which I think is really good. But then you got a million other people. You could do Bailey. You could do Lyra. You could do, obviously, the Roxannes. There's a million fucking people you could do it with. And I'm very fucking excited, dude. Very excited she's back, and very excited she gets to get her flowers, and we get to see just a bunch of cool fucking mashups, dude. It's gonna be sick.
100%, bro. Like Bailey, Lyra, Rox, Tiffany Stratton. I think Tiffany Stratton would especially be cool, because Tiffany Stratton is like a modern day diva. She's just a diva that can actually wrestle, right? So, Blake Monroe, Jordan Grace, Stephanie Vaquer, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, all these people. Bianca. I fucking miss Bianca. Where the fuck is Bianca Belair at? Naomi. Oh, did you see Naomi's tweet, by the way? She's like, I've been waiting. She said something. She's like, I've been waiting 10 years for this return, and as soon as it happens, I'm laid up on the couch. I was like, damn, that fucking sucks. But
sucks, dude.
But AJ's back, and again, I'm excited for somebody who actually paved the way to be back and actually get her flowers, man. Because again, as soon as she left, Vince had that, weird thing where he needed to. She was the longest reigning Divas champion, but he had to right the wrong and immediately slap it on Nikki Bella just because of who she was married to. If that ain't some bullshit. And she didn't even retire because of Punk stuff. She retired because of spine issues. And to do that to her after everything she did for that division, that's bullshit, man. But she's back, and she's going to get her flowers this time around. I fully expect it.
Definitely.
Even AJ versus Alexa Bliss, I think, will be a cool matchup.
That'd be a sick one. That'd be a good one.
So, that's the news on AJ. And from one AJ to another, we have AJ Styles. So, according to Fightful Select, sources close to AJ Styles have indicated that his deal with WWE is up around February of 2026, which would have him expiring after the Royal Rumble. WWE does hope to retain Styles after that period. And according to Bodyslam.net, they followed up on this report stating that sources have indicated that with word of AJ Styles' contract status hitting the internet, WWE intends to lean into it on programming leading up to February, which I guess for us, that pretty much does explain the promo on Monday. Don't know why that wasn't filmed. That's a great piece of product that I think you would want filmed, but like Sir K did mention on Tuesday, that's probably what Triple H wants to do to make it feel more real. I'm sorry, AEW fans. It's not happening, bro. As much as I would love to see him, in the ring with an Ospreay or a Page or an Omega or a Swerve or, all these other Kyle Fletcher and all these other guys, I don't think he's going, man. I don't think he's going. I think WWE is going to play into it. AJ's almost done, man. I think he wants to finish it in WWE. For the love of God, can we please get this guy another world title sooner rather than later?
Literally, dude, I really fucking hope so. But contract does come up in February. I think he will obviously resign, and I think WWE is very, very confident in that, as they're making a storyline out of it, basically. And I think it's going to be good. Like you said, I would have liked that promo to be on TV, but Triple H, he likes to do those off-screen things to make things feel more real. So I get the attempt with that, man. So overall, very interested to see what the end game for that AJ story is. And excited to see how his 2026 is gonna go. I hope it's fucking great, and I hope there's a world title somewhere in that equation, man.
Well, the end game to this, he's probably going to join the Judgment Day because he needs friends. And then him and Finn Balor
Please don't put that.
and then him
Please.
and then him and Finn
Stop.
Balor are going to be giving each other dirty looks for the next fucking year and a half. So yeah.
Well, AJ only has so much time left, and I think this deal will literally probably be just a few months of a dates for wrestling, if I'm being honest. That's the vibe I get overall, and that's probably why he hasn't re-signed yet, because they got to shape that up. So, gladly in that case, I think it'll make Triple H put a little pep in his step for booking the man.
100%, 100%, man. Hopefully, man. But yeah, man. I mean, I hope AJ does stay, to be honest. I hope he does, and I really hope he gets his hands on another world championship sooner rather than later. Because, dude, again, the whole Cody thing is getting a little tiring. I want to see other people win that world championship. I don't want to just see it on Cody Rhodes because he's the fucking quarterback. I don't get the title on other people, and AJ is one of the people at the top of the list for me. Or you could even put the big gold on AJ, because I think he'd look pretty dope with the championship. But regardless, please, let's just get another world championship on AJ. AJ is honestly, in my top 3 WWE Championship reigns that I've probably seen in my lifetime, it probably goes, or the top 3 of my greatest WWE champions, Roman, Cena, and AJ. AJ is literally right there. I mean, that 2016 reign, even that reign when he beat Jinder for it was really good. But that 2016 reign, the champ that runs the camp reign, bro. Oh man, that was a reign for the ages, bro. I mean, that was just ridiculously good. That was ridiculously good, man. That was the creme de la creme for SmackDown, bro. My God, that was a fucking great era. It was a great era.
It was.
But yeah, man. But regardless, AJ Styles is he's stuck in the mid card division on Monday Night Raw, man. He's stuck in the mid card division on Raw. And speaking of the mid card Rusev, we're talking about Rusev. We'll get to him in a minute. Speaking of the mid card division on Raw, not on Rusev, per bodyslam.net, there have been internal discussions about a possible program between Ilya Dragunov and Rusev on WWE programming in the near future. While nothing is finalized, the idea has been floated around as a way to reintroduce Dragunov to television. How are you feeling about this? Is this something you would like to see Dragunov do? And do you think this is a good way to see Dragunov come back or introduce him back?
As much as I would love to Dragunov to instantly come in for Dom and win the IC title, it's probably what's not going to happen, obviously. So I think this can be a good start for Dragunov being back. The Rusev and Sheamus feud I really liked, and I think really did go great for both of those guys. And I think you could do the same with Dragunov. Dragunov is a beast in that ring. So is Rusev. I think those matches would go hard. So I think it could be a very good first step back. But what about you?
It is interesting to me just because Rusev, I don't really think he can necessarily afford to get packed up by Dragunov. Not to say that it'll get packed up by him, but at the end of the day, man, it's like, it all depends on how WWE sees Rusev. If they see him as like they want him to be a major player, which honestly I don't think they do. I think they just want him as a good hand in the mid-card type of thing, which is fine. I think he's fine there. If that's the case, then I think it is fine because, you know, he could lose to Dragunov. But I say this, whatever you do with him, if you bring him back on the same type of bullshit you were on with him before he left, we're going to have a problem because this dude is a gem and he is young. I believe he's young. Ilya Dragunov, here we are. He is 30 fucking 1 years old. Come on, bro. If you don't think you need to build him as a future piece the same way you build Fatu, the same way you build Gunther, then we have a problem because he's so good. He is so good, man. And championships. We need championships in his future. We need championships in his future come WrestleMania 42. No questions asked. I don't know if it's the IC Championship. I don't know if it's the US Championship. I don't know if it's the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know if it's the WWE Championship. Whatever championship it is, you need to figure it out and you need to get on it because championships need to be in this guy's future. Your workhorse division on Monday Night Raw would be so tough with Dragunov as the IC champion, bro.
It really would be, dude. It really fucking would be.
Speaking of Monday Night Raw's mid-card division as well, Rey Mysterio. I guess he would. Yeah, I would say he's in that division, I guess. He's kind of in the whatever division. Sometimes they stick him in like these faction warfare LWO storylines, and other times he's in a feud with Karrion Kross for no reason. But I don't know. But according to PW Insider, Rey Mysterio is getting closer to an in-ring return. Mysterio is not cleared yet, but he is expected back at the Performance Center next week as part of the process to officially return to action. This is good news.
It's good.
For sure, and I hope that I hope Ray comes back and the recovery process continues to go smooth for him, man. So hopefully we can see him back. I don't know if we'll have time for a match with John Cena, but an interaction would be nice for sure.
Exactly. Interaction would be great. I hope they could get one of those in there somewhere. And I hope he gets to be back soon, man. I mean, his group, the LWO, they've been surviving on television, man, but they could use their leader back.
Yeah, I don't know that helps much, but it definitely helps a little bit. It's definitely a step up from where we are now. I can say that.
That group.
Oh man, can it? Them Judgment Day shit groups, man. Shit fucking groups.
Very shit groups.
So, speaking of some more injury news, we actually have some news on Liv Morgan. And speaking of the Performance Center, according to bodyslam.net, Liv Morgan was spotted at the Performance Center this week rehabbing her injury. No word where Morgan is physically currently, but if the initial time is correct, then she would be at the halfway mark right now. Liv, please hurry up and come back so we can finally see whatever Triple H's master idea is for this Judgment Day storyline. That is so compelling. It's going to have us on the edge of our fucking seats, because obviously they were doing something, I'm assuming, building into SummerSlam with Roxanne and Dominic, but I honestly think everything got put on hold because Liv got hurt. Can Liv please come back so we can get the next phase of year-long storytelling as to when we're going to have to wait for this group to end, please?
Please, for the love of God, man. Hope recovery is going great. Hope she's back very soon, because this Judgment Day storyline is literally stale in the fucking water, man. So please come back soon.
Yes. And Stephanie Vaquer, we do have some news on her because Uncle Dave, he said she was dealing with a minor injury. However, Stephanie was on Adrian Radio doing an interview and confirmed that she is not injured. Thank you, Uncle Dave, as always, the greatest of all time. She says, "No, I saw social media. Sometimes many things are not real. There are no injuries. I'm ready for Raw next Monday, so no injury. I'm good." I don't know who I believe here, man. Do I believe Stephanie herself, or do I believe the greatest of all time? I don't know. This is hard. I may have to believe Uncle Dave, bro.
May have to, man. May have to. But good. She's not injured. Triple H just doesn't know how to book her right now, I guess. I don't know what's worse. But overall, man. Overall, glad she isn't, and really hope she gets that W for that women's world title.
Yeah, it's like, and it's also weird because, like, why didn't Adam Pearce just say something along the lines of, like, Stephanie wasn't able to make it this week. Stephanie had personal obligations this week. Why say that she wasn't medically cleared? And then, of course, poor Uncle Dave, he actually fucking believed it and put it out as a report. but it's just like, why say that then? It's just, that's weird. That's just like, why would you say, I don't, like, what, why would you say she has a minor injury? Like, what did she jam her thumb? Was she playing basketball and fucking jammed her pointer finger? Like, what's going on, man? I don't understand what the point of even saying that she was not medically cleared for. It's just stupid. Like, just say something else if she's not injured. I don't get it, but okay.
Exactly.
But yeah, she's not hurt.
Literally.
So, those are your injury updates, and now we actually have some call-up updates as keeping the theme with the women's division. Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace, the Juggernaut. It is being said, let me see. Here we go. It is being said by Bodyslam.net that WWE still fully intends to call up Jordynne Grace to the main roster. However, the timeline for Jordynne Grace's call-up was pushed back earlier this year, and sources indicate that it is not imminent, but it is still in the works. No shit. I mean, what?
Wait.
So
Wait,
she's not going to get called up right now, but she's going to get called up eventually. No fucking duh. No shit, Sherlock. What? No,
wrestling journalism, man. This thing is gonna happen eventually.
Nice report, man. Nice report. But yeah, I'm sure when her feud with Blake Monroe is done, I'm sure she's gonna get called up to the main roster, and I'm sure she's going to be okay. I don't watch much NXT. I am a little scared for her in the charisma department. Just because for starting, Jordynne Grace might be better as somebody's like enforcer, just so somebody can like talk for her. Because look at Julia. Julia is not, again, she's not really, good, I guess, in the charisma department, and it kind of hurts her. So I am scared to see how Jordynne Grace is going to connect with the main roster audience. She's great in the ring, but in WWE, man, it is really all about that connection with the audience, man. And it's, again, a lot of people in AEW, it is easier to get over by work rate just because their fan base is, they love that. But for Jordynne, in WWE, it, you have to have a connection with the audience through like your charisma, and your presentation. A lot of their fans, rely on that kind of stuff, as opposed to like I said, like AEW fans. So I do have to admit, I am a little scared for Jordynne Grace in that regard.
Definitely, I'm scared a little bit for placement, for just a booking availability on these shows. These shows have a lot of women that should be booked and need to be booked, and they might have to take a little bit longer with her in NXT for charisma and just show availability reasons. I think they should wait, because I am nervous for when she gets called up just a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And also some call-up stuff. This is interesting, but very cool in a regard. So, according to Fightful, as of this summer, there has not been any word of firm plans to bring Ethan Page to Raw or SmackDown. However, sources close to WWE Creative have confirmed that Chelsea Green actively often makes pitches for Page to move to the main roster. So they have this like connection on NXT where they're like just these two stuck-up Canadians. And I've never really seen it. I've only ever just seen them together, but I'm sure it's good. They continue to do it, so I'm sure it's can't be that bad. That's very cool of Chelsea Green. I gotta say that's very cool of Chelsea Green to look out for him in that regard and to make a pitch for him to move up in that regard. Because I don't know about you, bro. Does Ethan Page give you Cassius Ohno, we just want you as a NXT vet vibes?
Well, to be honest, he seems like one of those people, like you said, where they just kind of want him for the experience and to put that into the younger people they're building.
Yep.
That does give me the vibe overall. So that would give him something to do on the main roster, and I think that's what he would definitely need to be able to be called up.
100%, man. And I honestly think it will probably take either him joining the Seth Riders, which I think is dead and gone at this point, to be honest. It would either take him, joining a group like that where he can immediately have spotlight on him, either that or maybe getting in through the back door with something like, Chelsea Green just continuing to pitch for the guy. Because honestly, if he didn't join the Seth Riders, I just kind of seen him as a Carmelo Hayes situation, because he'll just get called up, have a couple matches, and then he'll just be another mid-carder on the roster, I think. And
Literally.
in the Seth Riders, he still would have been a pin man, but at least he would have been in a group that's somewhat important so you can actually see the guy.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. You would have been able to actually see him. He would be a piece on the show. If it's without Seth Riders or without Chelsea Green, he'd literally just be there sometimes. Probably, maybe even a worse spot than Carmelo Hayes, man. He might even be at Dragon Lee level spot, and that's just unfortunate.
Oh, man. Even worse than Dragon Lee might be in the Creed Brothers spot.
I don't know about that, but dude, we dead ass haven't seen them since like the week after Chad Gable left for injury. It's been like 2 months.
Wow, man.
Just dead ass, just gone. It's insane.
Okay, well, WWE is live, but it says live stream coming up.
Live stream? Oh yeah, I've had it up and it still
Okay.
says live stream coming
Okay,
up.
cool. All right,
Yeah,
keep me
I
tapped
have
in.
it up
Keep
right
me
now.
tapped in. I was just pulling
I
it up
will.
I was keeping it as a little side tab, but now that I know you have it up, I'll close it. My phone battery probably doesn't need to go through all that anyway. My phone is so cooked. But so, so with that being said, we actually moving on here have some news on WWE commentary. Or sorry, WWE commentary, because according to bodyslam.net, the current plan is for Michael Cole and Corey Graves to be the announce team for both Raw and SmackDown going forward, with Joe Tessitore having his college football duties and Wade Barrett having some time off. Per PW Insider, the NXT announce team is expected to move back to the duo of Vic Joseph and Booker T. Which is a horrible announce team. They're so fucking bad. They're kind of good, and the only good does
Dude.
come from Booker T, to be honest. Vic Joseph is bad to the point where he's not even funny. I mean, maybe sometimes, but like he's just bad.
Yeah, he had like occasional funny lines. Booker T is fucking hilarious. But yeah.
But Michael Cole and Corey Graves. Now, obviously, we've seen from Monday that there isn't too much truth to this, even though there might be eventually. Because Tess said something about, me and Corey get to do a couple of these, so he might be only available for a couple more before it fully moves over to Cole and Corey for both of them. But it's gonna be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see how the commentary moves forward. But I do love Tess and Graves, and I also love Cole and Graves. So I like it. I like the move, and at the end of it's no big deal at the end of the day, because Corey and Cole are a great duo.
Exactly. They're a great duo. I'm very glad we get Corey Graves back on main roster commentary.
Yes.
I think it's very fucking good. And I hope he stays, man. Even when, eventually all these people come back and you do some type of rotation, I think it is good overall to keep Corey on the main roster, man. So this commentary will be good for these times that these guys will be out.
Definitely.
These motherfuckers. This live stream just started, and they done hit the WWE fucking then now forever shit. Good lord.
I wonder what they're
hate
gonna
this
do. Like,
company.
are they gonna josh around for an hour and wait for this announcement, or like? I'm
That's
interested
what
to
I'm
see how
scared
they're gonna
for.
do this. Yeah.
Oh no, they literally just already have a logo up.
And
It's green. It is just green WrestleMania logo with some swirls. It was up for like 2 seconds though. So I'm sure they'll do a big image announcement later in the stream.
okay. Let me
See that?
I will refresh Twitter to see when this image is available for me so I can play it for you guys. But before we get to that, we got
WrestlePalooza.
yes, we do. So, we got some WrestlePalooza news as Triple H, I guess, decided to go on the Pat McAfee show and just put the cat out of the bag, I guess, because he has announced via the Pat McAfee show, he has confirmed that WWE Champion Cody Rhodes will be back in Indianapolis for WrestlePalooza. Well, thanks for the surprise return, I guess. Dude's only been gone like a month between having his second kid and filming Street Fighter. Thank you for that. Thank you, Triple H. That is that was a great surprise you kept hidden there. I don't know, because I assumed when they announced McIntyre and Orton for this week, I assumed Cody would be coming back to, help Randy Orton at the end of the match or something, but I guess not. I guess he is just going to I guess he's just going to be back for announced for WrestlePalooza, man. So thank you for keeping the surprise, Trips. Thank you, man.
Exactly. Would have been great. Would have been a great surprise to see our world or WWE champion return on pay-per-view after being off TV for over a month. But we know it's gonna happen now. So we'll see what we have to expect, man. And bro, that shit was funny because apparently he missed Raw to do that, and he was like asking questions about like what happened on Raw and like didn't know that like it was something about like EO having a match that he thought she had on the show that she didn't or something. Bro had no clue what was going on his own fucking main television network. That shit was hilarious. But they announced Cody's return for WrestlePalooza, so thanks for that surprise. Oh yeah, that logo is plastered everywhere.
Okay. I think I'm starting to see it pop up. I'm going to try to get a clearer image of it.
WrestleMania, he got Rehad in the logo.
Oh, I
That's
see
crazy.
it. Oh,
That's not a bad logo.
it's not a bad logo. Yeah,
I don't hate it.
It's actually yeah, it's I don't know
It's
why
decent.
it's I don't know why it's just Riyadh, but okay. I mean, I guess they did that with Vegas too, right? So I guess it's not the
I think
worst
they
thing in
did.
the world. Crazy.
Wow, they're doing it.
So with that being said, we got Triple H also had some stuff to say about WrestlePalooza himself. Because Triple H wants WrestlePalooza to be WWE's next WrestleMania. When asked about the company's growth strategy and success in locking down long-term media rights, Mark Shapiro explained that WWE's decision to move its premium live events to ESPN Plus earlier than required is a bold move meant to capitalize on momentum and plant the flag for a brand new tentpole show. He also went into the spotlight shifted when Shapiro began discussing the creative force driving WrestlePalooza. According to Shapiro, WrestlePalooza isn't just a placeholder PLE; it's the beginning, it's being engineered as WWE's big franchise event, and Triple H is obsessively working behind the scenes to elevate it to elite status. Oh my god.
These fuckers are funny, dude.
Triple
Elite
H
status.
Triple H is spending day and night creatively around making that making that what we think it can be, which is another WrestleMania or SummerSlam. Shapiro compared the effort to WWE's existing hierarchy of mega events and suggested that WrestlePalooza could soon earn a permanent place among them. The standout, those two stand out above the rest. Royal Rumble right beneath that. And we think WrestlePalooza can get into that quadrant. From a business standpoint, Shapiro added that the event could deliver tremendous upside if executed correctly. Hopefully, WrestlePalooza is a winner and is back annually, because that could be a marketing bonanza for us if we do it right. I swear I'm not making this up, dude.
Dude, who typed that out, bro?
We think
What?
WrestlePalooza can get into that quadrant because that could be a marketing bonanza for us if we do that right.
Yes, to cover program all out to what looks like a mid-level AEW pay-per-view. They're doing all of this. They don't give a fuck about WrestlePalooza long term. This isn't a second WrestleMania. This is them trying to fucking just make All Out look like an ass, make AEW look like an
Yes.
ass. That's all this is. They returned AJ Lee for this show, bruh. They brought Brock Lesnar into this fucking show. Dog. It's not a WrestleMania. It's a counter program. It's WWE counter program Palooza. That's what you fucking should have just named it, bro, because that's what it is. You're not going to care about it next year, and it's going to be funny when they don't care about it next year.
It is going to be absolutely hilarious when October usually is the show that they like in and out pay-per-views with. So like 2 years ago, it was Fastlane. Last year, it was Bad Blood.
Mhm.
This year is WrestlePalooza.
Yeah.
I actually like that there's a different... It actually creates hype for the October show. I actually like it. Like, everybody was like, oh, they need to run back Bad Blood. No, they don't. Do Bad Blood when you want to do the Hell in a Cell and there's no, big pay-per-view coming up and you need to do, a middle of the summer and, normally you do like a Clash at the Castle Scotland or something. It's like, oh, okay, we're not doing Clash at the Castle this year. We're doing a Hell in a Cell. Let's do Bad Blood. You know what I mean? Don't bring back WrestlePalooza. And I'm going to laugh so loud when they don't, because you're literally just doing this. You're acting as if this show is speaking to the gods above just to counter AEW. You're doing all of this. If AEW was not on this night, you would not be doing all this. I guarantee you wouldn't. You would not be doing all this. The John Cena and Brock Lesnar should have happened at Clash in Paris, being the way that they booked it. It should have been AJ Styles, but the way they booked it, it should have happened at Clash in Paris because he came back at SummerSlam. The next pay-per-view, they should have did the Cena-Brock match. They opted to hold off on that for Brock. They held off on Brock Lesnar and John Cena. They held off on AJ Lee returning to counter AEW.
That's all this show is. That's the whole point to it. Literally, if they didn't counter program AEW, WrestlePalooza probably would have had fucking Aleister Black versus Damian Priest versus R-Truth on that fucking card as one of the main matches. Genuinely, I'm not even lying, because October is just, the cool, let's just do this show. And now this year, it's let's fucking counter program AEW show, which, it's September, but still in that same general time slot. And it's fucking hilarious, dude. It's hilarious.
It is hilarious, man. And before we get on to the next story, man, let me gather this really quick for y'all. So, let's see. Where is it? I just seen it. Here we go. So there's this one blurry ass image. Oh geez. I already see Undertaker standing there. Oh god.
Everybody out there, they got fucking Logan Paul,
Oh yeah.
fucking
Oh yeah. They got
Jake.
Rollins. They got Logan, Stephanie Vecker, Liv Morgan, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Charlotte, Bianca. Golly. Um, trying to find a clear image of this. Okay, here we go. This is the clearest image I think we're gonna get. So we'll throw this one in.
WWE. They did it. But
Man.
well, at least it'll hopefully be a do this and get it out the way.
Yes, this is true. This is true. Okay, here we go. Now, okay. All right. Thank you guys for bearing with me so I could show you all the logo here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Okay. Well, for our final story today, there's a lot to unpack with this one. So there's a lot surrounding this whole thing. So Turkey Al-Ashik recently stated that WWE will be hosting WrestleMania 43 in 2027. As we do have the official logo here today for you guys. As you can see, the picture from the press conference, there is the logo, as it is now confirmed via a logo that the WWE will be heading over to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for WrestleMania 43 in 2027. And this will be the first WrestleMania to take place outside of North America ever. And it's going to be in Saudi Arabia. Riyadh, Saudi Arabia 2027. Here's the logo. I will say, I'm excited for Mania to be early. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I am a little sad,
Yeah.
and my heart does break just a little bit for London, because you guys deserve that. And of course, TKO, the cash cows that they are, they chose Saudi over you. Doesn't shock me. It's a very TKO thing to do. However, this should have been London. This should have been London, no question.
100%. It should have been London. Should have been Paris. Should have been Minneapolis. Should have literally been everything. But it's in Saudi. We all knew it was eventually going to happen. And it's here, 2027, WrestleMania 43. It's happening. Glad we're gonna, we are gonna get that earlier start time. So, you got one upside to this. And the other man is hopefully this gets it one and done out the way, and we never have to worry about another Saudi WrestleMania again, man. So hopefully everything goes smooth. And I will say, overall, the logo isn't bad.
It is.
I like the green. The 43 looks good. I actually kind of do like the 2027 in there. I think that's a cool thing to put in there. Don't know why it says Riyadh. I don't know why you have to reiterate why it's in Riyadh, but it's what they do now. WWE isn't, a very subtle company when it comes to the way they do things. But the logo's fine, and let's just do this and get it out the way, man.
Yeah, I agree with you there, man. Like you said, I like the logo. It's a nice logo. It's clean. It's a clean logo, and I'm excited to you know, your boy's always excited to do the graphics for the show, but I'm excited to do something different, man. That's why I'm excited for next year's as well. A black and white theme, Raiders feel, I think is going to be dope. I always love implementing like sports culture into that, and for this, I also like implementing different colors that we don't get to use often, like a green, into the stuff, man. So I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for the logo aspect of it, man. However, it is it's a clean logo. Excited for an early start time, and I hope we get it out of the way. Again, it just does suck that this did not go to London, because this was supposed to be London's WrestleMania. London was supposed to get the first international WrestleMania ever. But again, the cash cows are going to flock to the cash. So there you have it, and that is this is the logo for WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia, and glad WWE did not make us wait 2 hours before they decided to splash that up on the screen for us. So we actually have a lot of news about this WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia, as Saudi are aiming to present the most star-studded show ever with WrestleMania 43, and they're working hard to bring a number of former top stars out of retirement. Yes, out of retirement. The presumption that The Rock, we will get back to him, The Rock, Steve Austin, Undertaker, and Shawn Michaels will all be contacted.
You see 2 of them on the fucking stage already, so
I was gonna say,
prepare
Unk is
y'all.
literally, both Unks are literally standing on the stage, so they're gonna run it back and absolutely ruin the legacy of their back-to-back great fucking WrestleMania matches. I'm sure. WWE wanted to host a WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia in 2028, but Saudi wanted it to be in 2027 to celebrate the 300-year anniversary of the founding of the first Saudi state. The idea is to present the most star-studded show ever, by far. Everyone, anyone, money is no object. Oh, brother. And
Oh god.
any name you can imagine, obviously they're going to be after. I presume it's the only WrestleMania of that year. It's the only WrestleMania of that year, but when I first heard, one of the ideas was to do a 2 WrestleMania year in 1 year, so that way it keeps the American fans not upset about Saudi Arabia. The deal was done by August 6th, because that was the first day I was told that there would be a WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia for sure. They're paying the money for it, and they have matches that they want, and they're working really, really hard to get. I don't know if they're going to be able to get them, but they're going to spend a lot of money to get what they want. Ooh, that's the more I read this, I think the start time might be the only good thing about this show, and the logo. Yes, they're talking about anyone coming out of retirement that wants to come out of retirement of big name value will be able to get a lot of money for this show. I would presume all of those people will be contacted: Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Rock, Steve Austin, and the ones who want it. Will be able to do it. The ones who have interest in a great payday, they'll be able to get on that show. And this is according to Uncle Dave of the Wrestling Observer. Oh, this is gonna be bad.
It's gonna be so bad, dude. We're gonna get fucking. Oh man, it's so goddamn bad. We're gonna get Shawn Michaels. We're gonna get Undertaker. We're gonna probably get Steve Austin if they're gonna be paying that much, and money's no object. So we're gonna get a full storm of fuckery for this WrestleMania.
Oh man. Yeah, you can expect Goldberg. They're probably gonna get fucking John Cena to try to come out of retirement by that point. Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Steve Austin. You already know The Rock's on board, and we're gonna get to him in a minute. But a great payday means The Rock, he'll clear up his schedule then. The motherfucker. So, look, man. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be interesting, man. But I can tell you right now, just get ready, because I think that might end up being a pretty bad one. I think that if they get the names that they're saying, that is going to actually probably be one of the most embarrassing WrestleManias of all time. Just a prediction. But yeah, man, I don't I don't know about this. That sounds pretty bad. That sounds really bad, if I'm being honest. But so while there has yet to, this is before the press conference, now we have a more comprehensive announcement, but the chairman of Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority, Turkey Al-Sheikh, has announced on Snapchat that WWE WrestleMania, what the fuck? I didn't know he announced that on Snapchat. That's funny. WWE WrestleMania 43 will be taking place in Saudi Arabia. The deal is believed to be in the region of $100 million. WWE will see Saudi Arabia host WrestleMania weekend, including Raw and SmackDown. So, can people from the U.S. travel to Saudi to go to these shows? I'm interested.
I believe so. I think I do believe so. I know their general rules are pretty strict over there, so I know a lot
Gotcha.
of people don't like to go, but I
Okay.
think you can go. I send you a logo, the full like image of the logo that they have on Discord. But
Okay.
yeah, I think people can go. I believe you can, but I'm sure mostly it's going to be the residents of Saudi in that show, in that crowd.
Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah, you already know. So I already know they're going to be going crazy to see Shawn Michaels barely get his leg up for a super kick and going out there bald. But hey, man, we knew it was coming, bro. We definitely knew it was coming. So this brings me to another name that they want to get out of. He's not even in retirement, really. He's just speaking of the cash cow, The Rock. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, those in Saudi Arabia close to the General Entertainment Authority, headed by Turkey Al-Sheikh, claim that negotiations for Dwayne Johnson to be at WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia in 2027 were advancing and believed that the deal was close to being finalized. And with that, according to the Wrestling Observer, according to Uncle Dave, it was noted that with the WrestleMania Saudi Arabia deal being completed, that Saudi Arabia was pushing for a main event of The Rock against either Cody Rhodes or Roman Reigns.
This is how we're gonna get it in 2027 when no one cares anymore. This is when we're gonna get it.
So you told the story in 2024 of Roman Reigns and The Rock, which then got pivoted to Cody Rhodes and The Rock. And then in early 2025, you teased Roman and Rock on that episode of Monday Night Raw when Rock came out there and put the Ulafala around Roman's neck, acknowledging him as the tribal chief. Everybody thought Rock was going to turn on him, right? Everybody thought, and then also too, everybody thought Rock was going to be, bold and disruptive and get his match against Cody Rhodes for WrestleMania 41. And we don't get shit. But typical Rock, If it's a payday from Saudi Arabia now, 3 fucking years later, now, we get our 2027 Roman versus Rock or Cody versus Rock. The Rock's already showed his true colors. He's already showed what he's back for. He doesn't give a fuck about WWE.
No.
He gives a fuck about his power, and he gives a fuck about his bag. That's what he gives a shit about. This didn't shock me at all. Just kind of made me laugh because, seriously, bro. Come on, man. That is, I expected nothing less, to be honest. I really expected nothing less, and it is, it's a typical Rock thing to do, man. It's a typical Rock thing to do, and thanks, Rock. Thanks, Mr. Long Gamer. Thanks for your long-term payoff 3 years later when nobody's going to give a fuck about the shit because you started something and just up and left, and now you want to come back when the money's right. You don't care about the fan base. I don't care. I don't want to hear no more. I don't want to hear no more of his goody two shoes PR bullshit. You don't give a fuck about the fans. You give a fuck about your bag, bro. It's fine, but don't act like you care about your fan base, man. I mean, it's just plain and simple. Because if you did, you would have been sitting on your couch in April. Just saying.
Exactly. He was literally sitting on his couch when he was supposed to basically come out at WrestleMania, and he didn't.
Yep.
I really don't care about whatever they set up with him, because he doesn't care. He cares about the money. That's what he's going to be here for. Whatever we get, people are going to say that was the plan the whole time. This is cinema, whatever the fuck. You already know it, man. So, prepare for that bullshit in 2027, because that's exactly what we're going to get. We're going to get The Rock. Hope things, go okay on TV with that. And I have no idea what they'll be doing at that time, man. I don't know what either Cody or Roman will be doing at that time on television, where their characters will lie, any of that. And I think they're just going to make it up on the fly and pretend that was the plan the whole time.
1,000,000%. You already know that he's gonna try to shoehorn some story in there about how he knew he had to step away and take himself out, so they didn't expect the final boss or some shit they're gonna create that's gonna fucking make absolutely no sense because he damn near admitted he was being a baby about not getting his Roman match, so he just decided to set something up with Cody Rhodes and not give a fuck about it. Stupid as hell, man. Absolutely stupid as hell. He wanted to be a baby and give the whole, "Oh, you guys don't need me" excuse, even though you started something. How that's your fan base's fault because you tried to take a spot away from a guy who you had no business interjecting yourself in? I don't know, but okay. What the fuck ever, I guess, man. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. It is what it is. That is true. We could probably get, oh my God. Oh, that's probably is what's going to happen. Logan says Cody will probably be heel, so Rock will come in and say he's the baby face the people needed, and he knew eventually Cody was going to show his true colors. Remember that comment, because I can guarantee you Logan probably just reiterated verbatim exactly what is going to happen if it is the Cody match. But to be honest, I do get the vibe that we will end up getting the Roman match. I don't know why I'm getting that vibe more, but I could just, I don't know why the reason I'm getting that, I think, is because The Rock was being a baby in the first place about not getting his Roman match. But if it ends up being the Cody match, that is 100% going to be the story they go with. No question.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I think so. I really wouldn't be shocked with that.
So, there you go, man. That is everything we got here today for you guys, man, on this episode of the news, man. And that is everything. That is everything behind Saudi Arabia getting their WrestleMania. The Rock, the Rock being involved with this whole thing and all that good stuff. Next Friday, we'll obviously be on here with the WrestlePalooza predictions on Friday, man. We should be back to our regular time come next Friday, man. But, hey, man, that is going to do it. And thank you guys so very much for joining us here today on this edition of NHP. Thank you guys, man. As always, everybody who came out in the live chat. My guy, Logan, Gotti, thank you guys so very much for joining us here today in the live chat. And my guys, a part of the Replay Mafia, JT and JB. Thank you guys as always. And with that, it has been a pleasure for my Johnny.
Okay.
And that will do it for this edition of NHP. Thank you guys so very much for this edition of the news. This has been episode 283. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys, man. We love you guys. And all out predictions. I forgot that. But thank you guys. We love you guys. Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys for joining us. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you all on Tuesday, 12 p.m. Central for NHP Unscripted.
Peace.